Why would you ever want to be famous and be adored by this world? Why? Such a wicked world. Do you really want to put yourself out there? Have a target on your family? You know how many rich and famous people are attacked, murdered, kidnapped, their children kidnapped? Why? And why would you even care what these godless people think of you that you want them to adore you? Do you not know it is better to be hated by this world and adored by God than adored by this world and hated by God? This world is evil and it will kill you. Oh, sure, they smile at you when you're famous and want your signature. They don't really know you. They don't really love you. They just like the idea of you because your face is on the screen. Oh, I've seen you on TV. Can I take a picture with you? They don't know nothing about you. They don't love you. If they knew you, they probably wouldn't love you. But you're famous. It's so superficial. Fans. Why would you want to have fans anyway? Oh, Paul, I'm your number one fan. Do you really want anybody ever telling you that line? Yeah, crazy stalker syndrome? Following you around, creeping behind every bush? I'm your number one fan. I know all about you. That's not a good thing. That's a crazy call the cops thing, but the cops not gonna save you. Once crazy has their mind fixed on you, it's over. No. Do not desire to be loved and adored by this wicked world with all of its evil deeds and evil people. But rather, desire to be adored by God, the Creator, Adonai Elohim, the one who holds your breath in his very hand. He's the one you should seek to please. Because if he adores you, you have it made. If he's happy with you, you don't have to worry about nothing. It does not matter what people think of you. If God is for me, that's the majority already. And the reason he would be for you is because you're for him. Remember, the Lord is not choosing people's sides. The Lord is on his side, and therefore anyone who is on his side, the Lord is on their side because they're on the Lord's side. So you always want to side with Papa, Adonai Elohim. And that does not mean you're going to be famous. Not on this world, at least. Because we do know that in the world to come, well, the righteous are going to shine like the stars of heaven. And those who bring many to righteousness, they're going to shine like something crazy. Forever and ever. Daniel chapter 12. So what do you want to be known for, and who do you want to be known by? A bunch of Hollywood people? A bunch of fans in a stadium? All of those Michael Jackson fans? It's crazy. Why would you want all of that? You can never have a life. Everywhere you go, people are all over you. Can't even go to the store. Always afraid of somebody kidnapping you because they know you got money. Hey, he's got money, look. He's not looking. We can steal his car. We can ransom, kidnap his daughter for a ransom. That's the kind of life you want? No. So don't be stupid. Don't seek fame in this life. Do God's will. Keep your head down. Live humbly. And do what's right.
Well, Guy said, don't chase fame. Interesting. But even the infamous have a degree of fame. Not only will you chase someone who's famous. You'll chase somebody who knows somebody famous. You ever had that happen? Oh, wow, you know Kobe Bryant? I did. But boy, what is that? Big deal. But you know Kobe Bryant, can I touch you? Oh, wow, can you tell him something for me? Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? You don't have to know the famous person. You just got to know his maid, his butler, his shoe shine boy, his dog walker, his barber. I and a very famous rapper had the same barber. Sometimes he would be sitting across the chair from me. I didn't give him any regard. I just kept doing what I do, talking about the Lord and God, and I wasn't looking for any autograph. Never once did I ask for Kobe's autograph. I gave him some things, but I never asked anything from him, especially his autograph. Why? Or a picture of him. Why? The famous. But you just want to be close to it. Not really interested. You just want to be close. The sorcerer wanted to be close to the disciples in the book of Acts for the power. Just let some of that glory rub off on me. I can walk around and hide behind you. I'm not a follower, but I'll walk around behind somebody who is. And everyone will think I am. See, people will be with a famous person or even someone holy for the Lord to make themselves look better. You know, ugly people always like to hang out with somebody good looking when they go to the bars and the clubs. That way some of that would rub off on them and they'll get girl number two. Won't get the first girl because the good looking guy will get that one. But at least you'll settle for the shelter dog. And why? You're letting it rub off. Girls do it with other girls. Guys do it with other guys. Somebody more famous. Somebody with more money. Somebody with more position. Somebody better looking. And we take advantage of that, don't we? But do you ever want to be close because you're trying to be that? Then you start emulating that person, dressing like them, acting like them. But is it the real wealth, the real glory, or just the mask? You can put on an outfit like the person you admire, but you're not the body underneath that outfit. And do you flaunt your fame? You know, the most famous people don't flaunt it, they hide it. The most wealthy people don't show it off. You would never know that they are wealthy. So it is the pride, anything that induces pride and gives you a leg up on the fact that you don't have two legs under. You already are diminished in your own mind, and you'll hide behind a car or a suit or a pair of shoes or jewelry. And you love flashing it out of competition and out of diminishing others. To make yourself look taller when you're short, prettier when you're ugly, wealthier when you're really poor, better when you're really bitter. No, you have agreed to live a lie so that others will think about you what you don't think about yourself. You'd rather have others believe a lie about you because you hate the truth about you. You know you're bitter, you know you're nasty, you know you're poor, you know you're not that pretty, you know you're not that healthy. But who cares? The makeup will change that. The jewelry, and that's not real jewelry, is it? The Prada, but that's not real Prada. the smile, but you are really quite depressed. Let's put on the smile, the fake smile. Let's raise the pitch of the voice. Let's make the eyes bright. And let's brag about something that isn't true about you. Because you don't really want to be pretty, else you wouldn't use the makeup. You don't really want to be wealthy, else you wouldn't buy all of that alleged wealth imagery. You don't really want to be nice, else you would realize you don't always have to have a smile on your face. You don't always have to be selling a lie. You can be kind. At the same time, you can be quite stern and firm and still kind. You can have great position without having been knighted a king or a promotion in the office. People often thought where I worked that I was much more important in my company where I worked than I was. Some often thought I was the owner. I didn't purport that. I didn't allude to that. I didn't deceive. But they often said it was just the way you carried yourself. I had the lowest position, but often people thought I had the highest. You ever seen somebody work that really enjoys sweeping the street, or landscapers that really enjoy? Doesn't it look nice to see that guy that's bussing tables have more joy than the one that it's giving you the food, the waiter, or the one at the front of the restaurant, the host who dresses up to look so fancy, while the people that are bussing the tables got a spring in their step and real joy? Do they look miserable about their work? Very seldom do you see someone miserable about that work in that kind of work. But you'll see them in an office with the finest suits and the finest dresses, and they're miserable in their cubicles, or they're miserable in their corner office. They're miserable in their jets. They're miserable in their houses. They're miserable. I often will be in a store, and those who know me know this is true, and it'll be packed, and there are lines of people at various registers. They all look so miserable, and they're shopping at a good store. A good store. Unhappy frowns on their faces. And they seem to be buying really high-end product and lots of it. And I'm known around here to just start yelling at them. Why is everybody so sad for? You're shopping here at Whole Foods. All of this fine product, you can afford it, you're buying it. Have some joy. Be happy. And they'll get shocked, and you'll see some people kind of like start smiling and and pretending. You'll see others kind of frown, and you'll see others just laugh that I'm calling people out for being so miserable for no reason. There are people that are sleeping on the street out in front of this store, people underneath the bridge, underneath the freeway. There are people right outside the store digging in the trash can, and you're in here, and you are the one that looks miserable? Real wealth, real beauty isn't jewelry, isn't makeup, isn't braided hair, isn't a Tesla or Maserati or a Ferrari. It's not your Prada or your Gucci, your diamonds, your emeralds, your rubies. No. It is such a wonderful peace, beauty, and wealth that cannot be measured by your bank account or the size of your butt or your biceps. It's not a certain zip code in Beverly Hills or Costa de Casa. It's not how shiny the metal that you drive on 4 wheels. It is so much more. And that's when you see that the pauper is really the king, and the king is really the pauper.